Okay, guys, welcome. Welcome to our Mom to Mom virtual summit. I'm super excited to be doing this with all of you beautiful ladies today. And for those of you listening to the recording that might listen to this later, my name is Brittney and I want to welcome you on the call. If this is your first time joining in our community and jumping on one of these Zooms, welcome. It's so exciting. We have people literally on from all over the state of California, all over the country. I'm seeing some different faces pop up. So this is definitely a virtual experience. And I just wanted to kind of do a gathering for moms to just kind of chat about some of the things that have really empowered and changed my life as a mom. I'm a busy mom of three. For those of you that don't know me, I have three children. I have an 8-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old little boy. And we are extremely busy. We are in activities. We're in competitive dance. We are, we like to travel. We like to go all over the place. And staying committed to our health and staying committed to our nutrition is something that I'm extremely passionate about. I have had the honor and privilege of coaching women all over the world, and a lot of them being mommies, and helping them really reset their body, their mind, and also helping them reset their family's lifestyle in terms of getting the proper nutrients in. So Becca and I wanted to host this little webinar today to just kind of share with you why we do what we do. And we have so many moms that message us. I mean, really every day on social media, people are reaching out and asking me for tips and how do you stay balanced and how do you do this and how do you do that. So we just wanted to kind of bring this forum together. It's really nice to see people's actual faces and not just these little pictures on some of our groups. So welcome. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come. So today we're going to be talking about nutritional supplementation. We're going to be talking about some superfoods with Isagenix, and then we'll open it up at the end with a Q&A. But I would love to, I'm going to just share my short story about how I got involved with all this first, and then I'm going to introduce Becca and kind of how she got involved, because she has an amazing story with her kids. So I was introduced to these superfoods about 9.5 years ago. I was pregnant with my first child. And you guys, I was really healthy. I thought I was really healthy. I was eating all organic, non-GMO foods. I was drinking a gallon of water a day. But the time I was 25 years old and I was exhausted by 3 o'clock, I was looking to find the first, couch to lay on in the middle of the afternoon. And then when I got pregnant, I was having some health challenges. And my doctor was like, hey, you're not really absorbing the proper nutrients that you need. And so I was really looking for other options. I was looking for more absorbable protein. I was looking for a way to get nutrients in my body that was simple and was quick, because my lifestyle was becoming very fast paced. And so I was kind of searching for answers. And so this came into my life and I just felt amazing. I felt differently within 4 days. My energy went through the roof. My mindset changed. I just felt really good and balanced, and all the health issues that I was having, they just vanished. They just kind of melted away. And so I became obviously really passionate about sharing it with other people, and especially for other moms, because I've had the ability to have 3 amazing healthy pregnancies because of this nutrition. I've nursed all my children for, at least a year. I'm still nursing my son right now. So it's definitely something that you can incorporate into a busy, active lifestyle as a mom. So that's a little bit about my journey. And then I have the pleasure of introducing my dear friend, Becca Moore. Her and I have actually known each other since the 9th grade. She was I was new at a school, and she was one of the first people that talked to me. I remember meeting, I don't remember what class it was, but I remember her turning around and introducing herself, and she was so kind. And we stayed kind of connected through social media, but really we lost track of each other in life. Our lives just got busy. And then a couple years ago, she reached out to me through Instagram, and she's like, what's this stuff that you're doing? Because she was going through a challenge, and she's going to share that with you guys. But she kind of just wanted to know. She was just a mom reaching out to another mom that she kind of knew and just asking for help, because that's what we do, right? We ask other moms for help. So with that, I'd love to introduce you guys to the beautiful, amazing mom of 3, Becca Moore.
Thanks, Britt. I love your story. And this is Emmeline. This is my daughter. She's 3.5. And thank you so much, Britt, for your story. I love the way you share it and how you make it so applicable for us moms, and so we can all resonate with Britt's story, because we're all looking for something that we can apply to our lives and keep it simple, but also get the nutrients we need. And I will share a little bit of our story. Just in a nutshell, I did it for complete opposite reasons. It wasn't for myself. It was actually for my kids. I had a really sick little son who is now 8, but at the time was 6. He missed his first month of kindergarten because he couldn't walk, he couldn't move, and he was in the hospital for 5 days. And I was just desperate. The doctor, his pediatrician, said we should consider homeschooling. They didn't know if he'd make a full recovery. Didn't know if he would be able to do jujitsu again, which is his life. He loves it. And so I was just desperate. I reached out to Britt. I knew she was doing something that worked, and I thought we always ate clean, but wasn't aware of the fact they don't have to put non-GMOs on. They don't have to label their labels saying that there's non-GMOs in there, which means most of the food out there, unfortunately, is toxic. So we were flabbergasted because we always got everything at farmer's market, fresh fruit and veggies, which we always still do. But now we have this secret weapon, which I can't make any medical claims. I know in my heart, it gave my son the nutrition his cells needed to be able to be strong enough to pull through, and he made a full recovery. He's completely healthy. He's thriving. He's doing amazing in school. He just got second place in his jiu-jitsu mat back in the fall. So it's just, it's one of those things where once you put it in your body, you realize how powerful nutrition is, and our bodies are miracles. And when they're fueled properly, you really see that benefit. You really see what your body's supposed to do. And I also was the mom that would make my kids a really good breakfast, and then I would not take care of myself. And so by my kids having the superfood, it gave me the chance to be able to finally try to shake with them one morning. And it naturally took my sugar cravings away. It let me have my natural energy back rather than depending on cups of coffee throughout the day to make it. And I love it. There's no going back for us. And I feel so fortunate that it came into my life. And I did tell Britt, I'm like, I don't want to do the business. I don't want to talk about the business. I just want to get my kid healthy. And so I had no intention of really doing anything with this when I started. I really just wanted the nutrition. And within a few weeks, I was sold. I just had seen enough transformation in my own little family that I just had to move forward and couldn't keep it a secret. And friends knew, close friends knew what we had been going through. So yeah, so that's our story. And if you guys have questions, there's a little thing at the bottom where you can click chat and you can post little comments. And I think we're going to do a live Q&A. Are we, Britt, at the end?
Yeah, we're going to do a live Q&A. And I so remember, thank you for sharing that, Becca, because I so remember, I remember you first starting, and then I remember a week into it, calling me, and you and I had an emotional phone call because Braden was feeling better. And it was kind of the first time you'd seen him, he was in bed and he was bedridden and he was so little, and it was really scary. So again, as we're going through this, I just want to make this disclaimer again. We're going to talk to you guys today about cellular food. This is not intended to treat, diagnose, prevent, cure, or heal any disease or illness. But like Becca said, your body is meant to be a miracle. And your body is meant to feel amazing. And I have a deep passion for really kind of getting rid of this stigma that we have in our society that it's okay to not feel good, that it's okay to be super stressed out, that it's okay to feed our kids junk food, that it's okay for our kids to be sick and unhealthy. When did we decide that, right? As a society, when did we decide that that was okay and that we were okay with being complacent in that? And so part of our movement in this community and part of my mission and Becca's mission is to empower families all over the world to kind of take notice of what's happening in our environment with our foods and make some better choices. So we're going to teach you guys what we do. And this is legitimately the reason we called this Mom to Mom is because this is what we do every day with our family. And so it's become our secret weapon, and we wanted to share that with other people. And I know we have a lot of moms on the line. I'm seeing so many familiar faces, and I know all you guys are benefiting from what we have. So make sure to share this recording with friends and family because they deserve to know what you guys are doing too. So with that, Becca's going to kind of go through, and Becca, I know you have your little one there, and I'm kid-free right this second. So if it gets crazy and you need me to take over for you, just let me know. But she's going to kind of go through her top favorite products for her family. And then I have a bunch of stuff here that I'm going to go through too. And it really is going to give you guys this whole experience of what does it look like to kind of live a superfood lifestyle, and what does it look like to be an ISA family, and what does that mean? So we're going to go through that for you guys.
Awesome. And Stephanie had a question down at the bottom. Stephanie, you missed the beginning of that my story with my son. He had what's called enterovirus. It actually took the doctor 6 months to figure out what he had because all the doctors' minds were blown. Like they were so disturbed by his story that they studied his case for that long, and it was linked with the polio vaccine. So if you Google enterovirus, it's actually a strain of polio, and he had just gotten his polio booster starting kindergarten. So that's a whole nother can of worms, but that's where it made me just crazy passionate. I always spaced my kids' vaccines, and this was just a whole other eye-opening thing for us. And he made a full recovery. You can search on search enterovirus, and you can research it, and most kids didn't make a full recovery. So it's really, really sad, and really shows you what we're putting in our bodies does matter. And our kids don't have a choice. We're their only advocate. So yeah, food is power for sure. So I'm going to start. I'm actually in my kitchen. So I set it up so you guys can kind of see. I have everything over there. Let me move my laptop over here. Help, Ems? Okay, tell me if you can see. Kind of lower it down. Okay, so I have everything kind of set out that we use in the mornings. It's just a no-brainer for us. Like, it's just what we do. And I actually had an early shake this morning after my workout. So I'm actually going to make a shake right now because I'm ready for another shake for my lunch. So I'm having it a little earlier today than normal, but I'm going to just start it for you. So what is that, Ems? Can you show them what that is? So this is our greens. And this is 30 servings of greens in 1 scoop, and we do it with all our shakes because it just takes the guesswork out. My kids still eat regular vegetables, regular fruit, but this just takes the guesswork out of making sure they're being fueled properly with it. So we have, these are typically our favorite flavors. That's something we add later. Yeah, I'll show you. So this is our chocolate canister this is our 2 scoops is a full serving, 1 scoop I typically do for the kids. My son is starting to want like almost 2 scoops. This is the vanilla. My son loves the vanilla, and he loves the vanilla chai. So I'm gonna actually do a vanilla chai right now. This is my absolute favorite, and it's so handy. And I do the canisters for the kids because I do such different proportions. Okay, you gotta shake it out. And I just use purified water, so I have RO water in here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull it. And this is our dairy-free. So those of you that are lactose intolerant, can't handle dairy, this is our vegan line. Okay, keep right in. It's super simple. As you can see, it takes literally oh, she just got some on the counter. No biggie. And then we also have, which I'm actually out of, but this is our Pro and Prebiotic, our Mars Venus line. And we actually just finished it, so I have to order more of that. But this is, and we normally do a scoop of that. And then this is our greens. We're out of that one. But our greens, we always do a scoop of because it takes the guesswork out of making sure that they have enough of their greens. And then you just literally, that's it. You just put it in your little shaker, and we shake it up, and then we blend it, and we'll shake it. And to backtrack a little, in the morning, I always start my day with Ioniq, which is adaptogenic herbs. I've already had it this morning, so I won't do it again. But you literally just do a shot glass. I do a shot every morning, and I do it on an empty stomach so that it's best absorbed. And it's adaptogenic herbs, so you can Google. You have to do it on the blender, yeah. So what I do for the kids, because, and I do typically actually put the chia seeds. I forgot to put it in mine. But I love adding chia seeds because chia seeds are so beneficial for our health. And then my daughters love the peanut butter, and I love the peanut butter. If I do a chocolate, so I love the organic PB Fit. Okay, we'll do it. So those are things that we like to add. You can mix it up. Kids are super, it's fun to make different recipes. Okay.
So while Becca's blending, I'll just kind of talk for a second while the blender's going off. But so what she's doing right now, she's making a superfood smoothie, and it's a full macronutrient meal, and it is a live enzyme active. So she just added water and she put it in the blender. And so the minute you add water, it becomes a live food. And so not only are your kids getting amazing essential nutrients, 24 essential vitamins, 24 grams of undenatured protein, whether it's the regular way or the dairy-free line, and then it's enzyme active. So it's going right into the cell wall. And that was one of the things that I felt so differently on this food, was that I was able to absorb the nutrition. And I know for Becca and her family, they were already really healthy too. And that was one of the things that they saw change right away too, was just the absorbability factor of it. And so you saw her just blend a shake. It literally took her 30 seconds. And that's how most of us start our day.
So yeah, so as you can see, it's super easy. It takes 30 seconds. I literally set the bar up with all the kid shakes. And that's it. And then, like Britt said, my kids, if they have a muffin or if they have, a oatmeal pancake or something that's like typical, or eggs and stuff, they're not full for very long. Like these are the only things that will keep them full and satisfied. And that's why I love it, because it shows that their nutrition, they're actually being fulfilled. And on the weekend, we're a little bit more lax, and they're always begging for their shakes because they're never like satisfied with the, the quicker things that they might grab on the weekend. So that's why I love these. And it's full of, like Britt had said, they're live enzymes. It has 54 different minerals, L-glutamine, and it truly heals your cells from the inside out. And it shows, when you get your natural energy and you lose your cravings, it naturally shows. And then I think Britt's going to go over the pro and prebiotics on that. But does anyone have any questions on our shakes at all?
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sophia.
So my son is 12 years old, but he's a really big boy, and he's also a competitive swimmer. He's been having two scoop shakes and twice a day. Is that okay? Sometimes
Yes.
I wonder.
Yes, it is.
Well, but he's pretty big.
And he's an athlete. So Isagenix is food. And so the reason why we give kids a half a serving is because it is very filling and it's nutrient dense, but it's low calorie, right? And so we still want kids to keep up their caloric intake because they're not trying to release weight or anything like that. But when you have an athlete that's burning high level calories and they're really needing that cellular nutrition, you absolutely can do it. I mean, my daughter's 8, Kayla's 8, she does competitive dance, and she probably has a full shake and sometimes a bar every day. I just might split it up, and I want to make sure that they're eating whole foods in between that, because we don't just eat Isagenix. Obviously, like we still eat other food, but absolutely, that's totally fine for your son. And a lot of our professional athletes, I mean, he's young still, but even our professional athletes that we train in Isagenix that are at Olympic and, NFL level, they're sometimes doing, 3 to 4 shakes a day on top of their regular food. So it's just about for kids, it's about keeping the caloric intake up with other foods, but making sure that Isagenix is it's their secret weapon nutrition that they're getting on the side.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Susan.
I do the same thing with Anthony, who's 15, but along with the shake, he's still very hungry in the morning. So he always grabs a bagel or a waffle, even though it's not as nutritionally, good for him. But I let him have it because I know at least he puts a banana in his shake. He has that. He needs to make it sweet. Otherwise it won't go down. So I let him do that. But another question I had for Becca, I saw the peanut butter powder in your hand. When do you use that, and is it important, necessary? Is it just for flavor or
it's
added
for
benefits?
flavor? So I'll add this to the chocolate, and it makes it taste more like a Butterfinger. My girls love it. So
just 1 scoop?
I do less than 1 scoop. I do like probably half a scoop for them.
Okay.
And I like it better than peanut butter because it's just the protein. Like it's just peanut butter and just like a little bit of extra protein. And they love it. And if
can I see the canister, which one you use?
Yeah, I get it at
show it to me?
Costco. It's the PB Fit.
Okay, PB
Yeah.
Fit. Got it.
So I brought it out just because I wanted to share that you don't have to, just for the kids especially, like people that have weight loss goals, you're going to stick just to shakes and no add-ins. But for kids, it's so fun. Like we have so many different recipes and it's fun to mix it up. So I just wanted to share that for moms that might be looking for.
Yeah.
Got it.
My son.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That particular peanut butter in his shake.
Is that what he uses?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm sure it makes a
we can
big
look at-
difference in the taste.
Yeah, it just makes it more like a Butterfinger.
Yeah.
Yeah, for kids, you can always add stuff. And you guys, we do we do ice cream in our house, so you can make the shakes really thick and make them more like a pudding or an ice cream. So you can do frozen fruit. Like sometimes we'll do frozen blueberries and we'll add it into the strawberry shake. That's delicious. That's one of my girls' favorite. And we might have it with a spoon, or you could do like a chocolate one. There's all different recipes. And once you're plugged into our community, we post a lot of different stuff. I mean, we have a Isa Mommies page that has about 18,000 of us in there all over the world. Not just on our direct team, but on multiple different teams, in Isagenix. So just know that you get linked into a community. If you're brand new and you're hearing this and you're kind of wondering how all this works, as you start to, get used to this and incorporate it into your life, you're going to find everybody's going to do it a little bit differently, right? And you're going to have one kid that might like one thing, and you're going to have, so there's no right or wrong. It's just getting the food in. And for kids, again, I want to stress this is not the only thing they eat, but it's really amazing as a mom to be able to give them that type of nutrition. And one of our nutritionists years ago did some testing on the nutrients in the shake, and just just one scoop of, a normal size for a child of what they're getting, that's more nutrition than most Americans are getting in 3 days of conventional food. So if you eat really clean, maybe that's different for you, but for the average American, they're not putting the proper nutrients in their body every day. And so like Becca said, it takes the guesswork out, and we're all about, quick and easy and affordable, and something that you can continue on in your family that doesn't add an additional stress in. Because how many of you are ever stressed about like what to prep for dinner? Are your kids getting enough stuff? I mean, I think every mom can relate to that feeling of like, am I doing the right thing? And do I have the right resources? And for us, it's just, this has become one of those resources that we use.
Right. Right. And to add on that, like how Britt was saying, the top thing I get asked by people is I'd say almost 100% of the time I get asked, is this something that I'm going to do forever? And I laugh because I'm like, well, I didn't think I'd do it forever. I was planning on just hopefully getting great and healthy and move along. But it's something like once you put it in your body, you don't want to not use it. Like it's so easy. It's $2.85 for this organic meal replacement. My daughter keeps sneaking it away from me because she loves them. They're so yummy. And so for me, it's a no-brainer. Like it works, and it's good nutrition. And it's good nutrition when your kid's entire class is knocked out with the flu and they don't get the flu. So, I mean, there's obviously other things you can take also into consideration. There are other parts that they're eating and fueling their body with, and washing hands, but nutrition is definitely key. So I didn't want to talk about the Ioniq for a sec. If you guys are done talking about the shakes, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to comment below, or just tell us if you have questions. But how many of you have done the Ioniq? How many of you love the Ioniq, tried it? Okay, so everyone that tries this is like liquid gold to me. I would never go a day without my Ioniq. It's such a game changer. And those of you that have done it, if you want to share what your experience has been with it, feel free to chime in, because I would love other people rather than just me sharing about it, because I love this product.
I see Emily's holding. Emily, unmute yourself. You're holding up your little packets. Here, let me unmute you. Okay, you're unmuted.
Okay, so
what you were going to say.
As we were talking, I just made a little Ioniq tea because it's so good, and because it's colder right now, I seem to like that more. And I also think it tastes really good. And right now I have the packets instead of the liquid, but I just ordered the liquid. But the packets are awesome for traveling, and just if you're kind of like on the go and you just want to make a quick like hot tea in the morning as you take the kids home or to school, and then I come home, make my shake. So but today I had this a little late, but yeah, that's my feeling on it. And I was like yawning before, and now I think I'll be good.
Awesome.
I have to add something to that.
Go ahead, Suzanne.
Yesterday, I'd forgotten to take my Ioniq. I don't know why. I just was on the run taking the kids to school at 2 different times. So I realized only late afternoon what was wrong with me is that I did not take my Ioniq. And I was so sleepy and dragging. I said, oh my God, I forgot my Ioniq. That's why I feel the way I do. So it really, really makes a difference for me. Yeah. That's the only day. The first day I forgot it, and I could feel it. It was so obvious.
That's amazing. And for those of you that are new that are listening, what the Ioniq is, it's adaptogenic herbs. And so adaptogens help your body adapt. They help the body adapt from stress, whether it's physical stress, emotional stress, environmental stress. So there's almost 200 active botanical ingredients in that product. And you literally just take in 1 to 2 ounce shot every day. If you are pregnant or nursing, because I know this is a mom discussion, if you're pregnant or nursing, you cannot have that product. It's just too much. So I know I see Lynette's there with her newborn, and she's having her shake. And so Lynette and I, because I'm still nursing, we cannot have the Ioniq, but it's something that I really deeply miss in my life, because I've been on it and off it for years because pregnancies and stuff. But it's a fabulous product. It's one of our top selling products. And like Suzanne said, when you start to put it in your body, you really feel the difference when you don't. And you're like, ooh, this is what I used to feel like before this came into my life, and it's not so fun. So a really, really fabulous product. So Beck, I know we had a list of like the different things we were going to talk about. Did you go over all your products, or you have some more there that you wanted to talk about?
I think I went over most of them. Does anyone have any questions? The greens, I guess I didn't talk about in depth. I love the greens because it just, my kids still eat vegetables. Last night they had asparagus. Like, my kids still eat veggies, but this just takes the guesswork out, and it's 30 servings in one scoop. So to me, it's priceless, and I just love that product. And it actually adds a lot of flavor. It's not like a grainy green where it tastes gross. My kids actually prefer the greens in their shake. It adds, because it has spirulina, so it makes it a little sweeter, and it adds like a good little flavor to it. So if anyone has questions at all on the greens, feel free to reach out. I went over the shakes, the pro and prebiotics. This is the Mars Venus line. I think Britt, I don't want to step on toes. But I think Britt's going to be going over this later. This is a great product. We actually need to order more. We're out. And then just our shakes, and we offer the dairy-free and the regular of those too. Did I have other things? What else did I have? I don't have my list.
I think that's it. That's perfect. And then Lynette asked how many ounces of Ioniq for her 18-year-old daughter. So anyone 18 and up, they can have 1 to 2 ounces of Ioniq a day, any adult. So we just don't recommend it prior to, because it, and also for women and men, because it balances, it can help the body to naturally balance hormones. And so testosterone, all that stuff, like when you're going through teenagers, you don't want to be messing with that. So 18 and up, she can have 1 to 2 ounces a day, Lynette, for that product. Okay. So awesome. Well, thank you, Becca, so much for showing us kind of what it looks like. Cause people are always like, well, how does it work? Right? Like, what does it look like? What do you do? And so Becca just showed us, you saw her, she put it in the thing, whoop, whoop, and now they're drinking it super quick, super simple. So I'm going to just go over some of my favorite products as well. The Cleanse for Life, I'm going to talk about the Cleanse for Life. It comes in liquid, and it also comes in a travel powder version. I love this product because you can actually start giving it to children ages 4 and up. So I'm going to say that again. You can give this to your kids ages 4 and up. And what an amazing thing, you guys. Kids are exposed to so many toxins every day. It doesn't matter how clean you eat. I don't care how healthy you think you are. You walk in your home, you're going to be breathing in things that are off-gassing. There's toxins in your carpet, there's flame retardants on your couch, on your drapes. I have a makeup bag. I just bought a makeup bag at Target, and literally my whole bathroom smelled like plastic for 2 days because it was off-gassing. The stuff that we buy that comes into our home affects our health. So it doesn't matter if you think you're super healthy, your body is still receiving a lot of toxins. And for little ones, they're so bombarded, air, food, water, all of these things. So I love that we have a company that our children can benefit from our cleanse juice as well. And so this is an amazing product. The main ingredient is the inner heart of the aloe vera plant. So it's very gentle on the digestive tract. It's not a blow you out poopy cleanse. If you are an adult and you're doing deep cleansing, which I'll talk about in a second, but for kids, they just have a little ounce shot every day. And what it does is it's going to support their liver. It's going to help their liver combat some of the things that they're going to be exposed to every day, whether it's through the air, the food, or water. And so it's just helping boost their little bodies up. And like Becca said, it's just giving them that extra little, thing that's going to help protect their immune system when everyone else is sick. If their liver is functioning properly and if their bodies are functioning properly, they're going to have a better fighting chance. So my kids love it. They call it their purple juice. They do an ounce every day before their shake. So right when they wake up, they'll run. My 4-year-old this morning, I poured one for my 8-year-old, and she's like, Mom, I didn't have my cleanse yet. So they like it. It's fun. It's something you can do together as a family. So we do an ounce of this every day. And then when I'm not nursing, I do a full deep cleanse. And I know many of you have experienced deep cleansing on Isagenix. It's phenomenal. It really changes your life. I'm not going to get into so much of the science behind it because we have all of that. We have our 3 clinical studies online. We have all sorts of resources that you can, tap into after this call, but you want to connect with the person that invited you on the webinar, and they can send you to the appropriate information. But deep cleansing, you're really giving your body a chance to clean out. And it's a blood, liver, lymphatic cleanse. So like I said, it's not a poopy cleanse. You're not going to be sitting on the toilet in pain for days. It's very doable. It tastes amazing and you feel good. And the easiest way I can explain it to you, and I say this probably 100 times a day on the phone, but it's like showering on the inside of your body. So if you haven't showered on the inside of your body recently, just stop to think about that. Maybe it's a little dirty in there. Maybe it's a little stinky. You might want to just clean it out. This is a great product to do that. I love it. we always have it in our home. Becca mentioned the pro and prebiotics. This is another cleanse that we have, but this is actually, it's actually not even a cleanse. It's just like Becca said, it's a pro and prebiotic, but it's called the Lemon Cleanse. Mars Venus. This is formulated by a gentleman named Dr. John Gray. He's very famous for the book he wrote, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. He's also a nutritional expert, genius, psychologist. He specializes in positive brain chemistry, and he helped formulate this and a couple other of our products. And his main focus is balancing the butt. Oh my gosh, I said butt. I just said butt. Okay. Balancing the gut and brain connection. There you go. It's mommy brain. I need my Ioniqs. I said butt on a webinar. Okay. Balancing the gut and brain connection. So when your gut is balanced, your brain is happier. And so if you have a child with special needs, or you have a child that's dealing with focus issues, or detoxing properly, this is an amazing thing to get them started up, because it has the pre and probiotics. Again, it has the inner heart of the aloe vera, so very gentle on the digestive tract. It has Ioniq alfalfa, which is very mineral rich nutrients. And it also has some digestive enzymes, and it's 200% vitamin C. You can make this as a tea. You can just make it as a lemonade. In the summer, you can do frozen pops, teething pops. You can even give this to babies. So you can do frozen teething pops. Lots of fun ways to utilize this product. It's one of my favorite. We always have it in our house. So moving along, just for time, because I know we want to answer questions. So how many of you can relate to being a tired mom? Like, okay, I think everybody raise their hand. So, I still have a little one. He's one. He sometimes he pretty much never sleeps through the night. I'll just be honest. Like, he was for a long time, and then he kind of stopped. And so I'm still up like 2 or 3 times a night with him. And so this is our sleep and support renewal spray. It's just, I'll read to you what's on the back, because it's amazing. It's just melatonin. It has chamomile, valerian root, and it's amazing. So you just do 1 or 2 squirts in your mouth. You can do up to 6, but I think you can do up to 6. I don't know who does that, because I do a half a squirt and I'm like conked out. But it really helps as a mom sometimes at night when we finally get a chance to relax. Like, how many of you, like, your brain is still running? Like, your body is so done, but your brain's like, and you just want to go to sleep. I love this because it helps me just calm my brain, and it's not addictive in any way. It's all natural, amazing stuff. So if you are someone that, is hopefully not taking sleep pills, but if you are, this is a great natural alternative to not having to be dependent on something like that would be really toxic for your body, because it balances the brain chemistry. It helps you have restful, peaceful sleep. So I love it. It's one of my favorite products. It is literally by my bedside every night. And then for mommies, I love our Complete Essentials Daily Pack. This is our AM PM vitamins. And I don't know if you're like me, I used to have like 30 vitamin bottles on the counter. I would buy all these different brands. I was always looking for like the next best thing. And then when Isagenix came into my life, it really simplified a lot of the things that I was using. So I love these little packets. This is a PM, but you can see there's an omega, there's our daily vitamin, which is our women's essential. And there's something called Cytoactives, which has resveratrol and vitamin D3 and CoQ10 in it. So they're great for healthy aging, and they're really, really convenient. Like, we just were out of town this weekend and I had them in my purse. So I just brought a couple packets instead of 4 different vitamin bottles in my suitcase. So I love our Complete Essentials. And there's a brilliant podcast by one of our top nutritionists on these. And she actually talks about, like, this is not a supplement. This is actually food. Like, it is cellular food. There's so many nutrients in here that we're not getting from even our shakes, because if they put all of this in the shake, I get this question a lot. Well, if the shake's so great, then why do you need to add these? Because your body needs a lot of stuff. And if all of this was in the shake wouldn't taste good with the, omegas, the fish oil. You wouldn't want to put fish oil in your shake. It would make it taste weird. So we do it separately, but it's a fabulous product for moms. It's really important that we take care of ourselves. And like Becca said, we're usually the last on the list, right? It's like, go, feed everybody, boom, 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 make sure everybody's okay. And then what about us? And so many moms I talk to on a daily and weekly basis, they're not putting themselves first. They're forgetting about themselves. And so these systems make it really easy. So there's 2 more products I want to share with you guys. How many of you love chocolate? I know as women, we're like programmed to like chocolate, right? And Natalie's like, yeah. I love these. These are our superfood, nutrient-rich super chocolates. They're actually an amino acid supplement. So they balance your brain chemistry. They help with cravings. They help with stress. They help with weight loss. And they're delicious. And honestly, like, I love chocolate. It's probably the only sweet that I really crave. But I'll have one of these and I'm totally satisfied. Like, you can't even think about eating the whole box, right, Natalie?
No.
Yeah, like you just have one or two and like, boop, you're done, because it has minerals and amino acids, and it literally is crossing into your blood-brain barrier and it's balancing out your brain chemistry. So these are awesome. They are great for that really amazing time of the month where we all become crazy people. So you can utilize those when you're having those days where you're like, and you're just kind of feeling out of whack. The Ioniqs and one of these during that time of the month, ladies, it is really a great combination and you'll feel the difference in your body. So I love our Isa Delights is what they're called. And they come in 4 flavors. They come in dark chocolate with mint, milk chocolate with caramel. And they taste like those little Dove, like the toxic Dove candies, which are bad for you, but these are not bad for you. And then to wrap it up in terms of the products that I wanted to talk about, the last one is our little e-shots. And these also have adaptogenic herbs, and it's the equivalent to a cup of coffee in terms of caffeine, but the caffeine is sourced from yerba mate and green tea. And so it does a couple things. It's great for working out. It's great for that, midday kind of mental crash where maybe you would usually run and buy a Starbucks, and the Starbucks is going to be filled with, just all sorts of toxins, and then you're going to crash an hour later. You don't crash with these. When they first came out with them, guys, I'll be honest, I'm not like an energy drink person. So I was like, I'm like, really, Isagenix? Like, I'm not a big supporter of energy drinks because typically they're so gross and they're filled with stuff that I would never put in my body. And then I looked into these, and this stuff is so clean. I mean, you're getting the adaptogenic herbs just like you get in the Ioniqs, but you're also getting just that little bit of naturally sourced caffeine just to kind of give your body a boost. So I love them before a workout. I actually, when I ran my half marathon, I had them in my pant, like instead of the goo packs, I took these, in my little, jogging pants. So really, really great. So if you're someone that struggles with brain fog, mental clarity, energy throughout the day, these are awesome. And I kind of call them my little mommy helpers because sometimes we just need that extra little thing. And you can also have them on your deep cleansing days. So when you're deep cleansing, you can have your e-shot and you can also eat chocolate on a cleanse day, which is so fun. So for those of you that haven't cleansed and maybe you're scared of cleansing or you're not really sure, we eat chocolate on our cleanse days. So it's really fun. So that's, Lynette asked if they're safe during breastfeeding. So the company does not recommend them for breastfeeding. My son is a lot older now and I'm only nursing him a couple times throughout the day. So I actually have one a day now, but I space it out in between when I'm nursing, but that's a personal decision that I made. I feel confident about that decision based on what I know about the product, but they are not recommended for nursing from Isagenix corporate. It would not be on the safe list. Okay. And Lynette, for you, he's too little. So maybe like, when you're not nursing like every hour, when your body has long periods of time without nursing. And I just have, I don't have them every day, but once in a while I'll have one. Great question. So I know that's a lot of information and I have a tendency to talk very fast. So I would love to answer any questions about the cleanse, the sleep spray, the lemon cleanse, our vitamins, or any of the other things that we discussed. If anyone has questions, just go ahead and type them in the chat and I can unmute you. But what I'd love to do right now, raise your hand if you have a testimonial about any of the products that I just went over. So who would like to share? Does anyone have a great testimonial about our sleep spray or our cleanse? Who would like to share? I'm looking for hands. Anybody there? Sophia. Sophia, I'm going to call on you.
Okay.
Can you share, because can you tell us how much, can you just tell us your brief Isagenix story? Like what's happened to you in the last couple months?
Yes, absolutely. So I was on a health journey, and like you, I thought I was eating clean, non-GMO, everything organic. I'm Greek, so I know how to cook, and I love to cook. So homemade meals mostly. But I was overweight by 40 pounds, and I was feeling horrible. I also exercise a lot. I still do. Today I'm a cycling instructor, but I couldn't shift the weight. It was very difficult for me. So when I started Isagenix, everything started to change in my body, and I'm now down by 40 pounds. I feel great. But I think the magic to all of this is the cleansing. I think that without the cleansing, certainly my life still would be different because the shakes are awesome. But I really think that the magic comes with the cleanse. I'm actually cleansing today. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm loving it. I've even done the 9-day cleanse, which a lot of people are scared of. But when I did the 9-day cleanse, the reason I did it is because I hit a plateau. I don't know if any of you have hit a plateau, but I was losing, and then suddenly everything stopped. And anything I did, anything I tried, it just wouldn't work. I worked out a little bit harder, hoping that it would shift. Nothing happened. I did a 9-day cleanse, and bye-bye, never saw that number again. So I'm all for the cleanse, 100%.
Awesome. That's so amazing. And I know, like, I didn't know Sophia before she came onto my team, and I've watched her just transform. And when you look at her before pictures, I mean, you don't even think it's the same person. I mean, she just is so vibrant, so amazing. She's become a spin instructor. She's just really stepping into her power. So Sophia, if there's a new person on the line and they're really kind of, like you said, nervous about cleansing, because a lot of people are, they haven't experienced a positive cleanse. Like, what would you say is the thing that you love the most about nutritional cleansing? And you're actually literally doing it today. So I'm so glad I called on you. But what's like the one thing that you'd want people to know?
I want people to know that it's all in our head. It's mind over matter. I mean, we're all scared to do it, but at the end of the day, I mean, think about it. We've had so much junk for such a long time. Isn't our body worth a day of just relaxing and detoxing and getting rid of all of that junk? You know, I mean, especially in the beginning when cleansing was tough for me, I would go through these mental things. Oh my gosh, I can't do it. It's so hard. It's so difficult, but it's not. All you have to do is prep your mind. It's a mind game. That's all it is. And then when you're done, not only do you feel better because your body is just so energized, but you've also accomplished it. You conquered the cleanse.
Awesome. Yeah.
Not to be scared of it. Just don't be scared of it. Just do it.
That's amazing. And thank you for sharing that. And I think that there is a lot of misinformation about nutritional cleansing, because nutritional cleansing is different than fasting. It's different than most cleanses. Your body's still getting nutrients. So thank you for sharing that, Sophia. And you're an inspiration to all of us. You've really just rocked your body, rocked your mindset. You're doing so.
Brittney, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I was muted. Okay. Thank you so much, Sophia, for sharing that. And let's see, Lynette has a question. Lynette, I will answer that for you offline, because that has we can't make any medical claims. So that's like a specific issue that I'll talk to you about after. So right now, what I'd love to do, if there's any other questions that you guys have just about utilizing the system, Becca, is there anything that you want to add to kind of just close everything out, and some of your thoughts about what we do? And then let's maybe just talk about, like, how did you step into actually then sharing this, like having that pivotal experience with your kids? And then how did you end up actually starting to like have a business from that? I mean, what did that even look like for you?
Yeah. Well, great job on all those products. Those are great products. We use them actually in our house every day also. And yes, in regards to the business, like I had mentioned earlier, I had first told Britt I didn't want to even talk about the business. Like I had this typical pyramid scheme in my head and was really just blocked from it, and just really wanted the food. I was like, I just want the nutrition and let me do my thing. And just within a few weeks, like I saw my kids' transformations, and I started feeling really good to start doing the shakes with them. I couldn't do a cleanse because I was nursing my little one at the time. So I just start a daily cleanse. And then just by default, like I reached out to Britt because I was like, I fell in love with it. And I was like, how can you not share it if you don't, if you fall in love with something, you want to share it with people. So I just kind of I reached out to Britt and powwowed with her to kind of figure out what's the stepping stone to doing this. And I had already shared it with really close friends and family, and people wanted to sign up. And it really started organically with us, which I actually love about our team the most is that we don't just tell people to do the business. We tell them to put the products in their body and get their own story and get their own, sorry, my daughter's playing hair shop on me. So I love that it was just like totally organically brought to us. And that was back in, I got the product September of 2015. No.
Yeah, I think it's
14, because it was 2.5 years ago. Yeah, 14, right? Because we're 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the fall, I kind of slowly started by word of mouth, sharing it with close friends and family. With Britt's assistance, we got a few people signed up. And then she shared that Facebook was the cream of the crop, which I hated Facebook. And I swear.
She wasn't even on Facebook, you guys. And now that those of you that follow Becca, she's like the most amazing, inspirational posts. Like she literally wasn't on Facebook and she's like, I don't know if I could do this. She was so nervous.
I didn't want to do it. And I was very honest with her. I was like, I really don't want to do Facebook, but she had shared, that's where a lot of your, it's your business page ultimately is what that is. So with her coaching and with the team, how can you not love our team? Our team is amazing. Everybody supports everyone. Everybody has their heart in it. It's not just about the business, and everyone gets to do it at their own pace. So you get to fit it in the pockets of your busy life, however you want. And I love it. It's funny because my oldest, who's the one that Braden, he's the one that got us into this at first. He has his own little clients, and my 6-year-old daughter has her own little clients because they're obsessed. Like they love the products and they love sharing it. And my son this year started his own on the handball court, started an organic versus non-organic group at school. So we've had a little bit of problems going on at school because she's so passionate about it. And so I told him, like, you can't, these kids don't have, you got to do it on this side because I can't see. See, I can go this side. Kids sadly don't have a choice. So the kids that are going to school with stuff that I would never ever consider putting in a child's lunch, those kids didn't choose it. It's, so I always share with Brady. I'm like, share your passion, share your heart, share what you know, but just be cautious. Like, don't make them feel bad because it's not their fault. So that being said, I love what I do. I have a really hard time not like being available for my clients. That's one thing. I'll just be honest. Like I'm trying to get better at just unplugging more often. Sorry, my thing's popping up. And so, but my kids are always with me. So they know what I do is for the family, and I don't ever work more than 20 hours a week. I'd say my average is like 15 to 20 in between there. And I just fit it in. Like, we're so busy, and I just fit it in with the busyness of our life. And I love it. It's been amazing. And it's brought so much. My husband's a CPA, so he's gone a lot during this time of year. And so it gives me something to kind of do when he's gone and not at the house. And so I love it. It's really fun. And I think it's just such a fun, it's more about the self-development, I think, for me, than even just having a business. Like, you're discovering more and more about yourself, and the business is like the icing on the cake, like having that. So, yeah.
And thank you so much for sharing that, Becca, because for someone that's coming in, it's like your main goal is just to get your family healthy. And that's, I think, how all of us started. And there's a lot of ladies on the call that are also building businesses with us, and some of them aren't. And that's whatever. It's so fine. Whatever the person wants, we just support it. And the business is also an amazing way to uplift and change your life. And so, Becca, we can't make income claims along with medical claims, but can you just share with us, like, what's like one of your best weeks been financially? Like, you have 3 kids, you're a stay-at-home full-time mom, and your husband's gone a lot. And so what have you been able to bring in like extra? What's been your best week so far in Isagenix?
I'm trying to think what my best week was. I think it was like a $1,500 week.
Yeah. I was going to say it's right about,
Yeah.
It was like $1,500.
And it was, it's mind blowing it's hard work. I'm not going to lie. Like, I work really hard to do what I do. But I love it. I don't consider it work because I love it. And it brought us so much freedom in that sense. Like, where, Jess works so hard to do it, to provide for our family. And we want to be able to do, have fun experiences with our kids. Like, that's our main goal, is just to live life with our kids and we get to do that and not have to worry about it. And it's fun. So
Awesome.
yeah, if you're looking for some sort of, even just to get your products covered, like that's how I started. I just wanted to get the products covered, the couple $100s, like that's it. A month was my goal. And it just slowly started just going up. And the events, sorry, my daughter's looking for her rubber band.
It's okay. I know you're busy with Emily, and I just wanted you to share that because we really do free people from two aspects of pain, physical pain and financial pain. And when Becca first joined the team, she was dealing with severe pain with her son, watching her son, not be well and be bedridden, and they didn't know what was going to happen. And from that, she's grown this organic, amazing business. And, she's brought in thousands of extra dollars into her household because she's helped other people do the same thing that I helped her do. So it's really amazing. And, so if you are looking for an opportunity and you want to get healthy, or maybe you've been on the products and then you're listening to this and you want more information about the business aspect, Becca and I would love to connect with you and share and teach you. I mean, it takes time. Like Becca said, I've been doing this 9 years, and, I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into it. There's times that I've spent more time doing it than other times, but it's residual and the money comes in whether you're physically working or not. And we've been able to, I stay home and make a full-time, very significant, high corporate level salary. Basically, I'm doing this and helping other moms do the same thing. So it's really, really fun. So I want to thank you guys for being on. We're right coming up on our time together. If you have additional questions, again, post it in the chat. We'll stay on for a few minutes and answer those. I want to thank you guys for being on and for, just chatting with us and just having this really nice, just little mom dialogue, because at the end of the day, we're all busy. We all have stress. We all have different goals that we're trying to achieve. And one of the things I love about our community and specifically our team is wherever you are at in your life, there's a way for you to plug in and there's a vehicle for you to take it to the next level. So some people are going to be more motivated than others. And sorry, my phone just rang. Turn it on silent. So it just depends on what your goals are physically, financially, mentally, spiritually, all those things. We have a great book club. We have a mommies group. We do fun interactive stuff like this all the time. So if you're brand new, we'd love to get to know you. And thank you all for being on. Emily, thank you for sharing. Suzanne, thank you for sharing. Sophia, thank you for sharing. Lynette, thank you for your questions. Does anyone else want to add or ask anything before we close out the line?
Thank you for being on, everyone. And if you have questions later that pop in, please message us or comment we'll link this in the groups. Feel free to message or reach out.
Absolutely. And if you are brand new and you're not plugged into our group is free to join. There's no pressure to join our group. It's just a welcome community, so you can check it out. You can send me and Becca a PM on Facebook, or you can go to facebook.com/CYLN Health. I'll write it in the chat right now. And you can request to join our private health group, and you can just kind of learn about everything else that we shared today. And then from there, you can make a decision to see if it's right for you. So thank you guys for being on. Lots of love. Love you all.
Thank you.
See you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.